Hey everybody, it's a Review Revolution, back at you again with the next in the 3 1/4 inch Tron Legacy figures by Spin Master. Kind of working backwards, we started with the 3 1/4 inch Sam Flynn. Actually, he wasn't that bad. He's better than the Deluxe. And from there, we're working backwards from the Deluxe figures that we did. So next, we've got Rinzler. Or as I like to believe, Tron. See? Got the little T. I gotta believe that for the mysterious character that they're making him out to be, the fact that they're not saying one way or another, they're not going to say anything, I gotta believe he's going to be Tron. Or maybe, based on the bio, because on his bio, it's the same on the Deluxe, but when you read it, Clue's loyal henchman, he's always at the leader's side, awaiting his next assignment. Rinzler is the most skilled fighter in the Tron system and is the only program that fights with 2 discs. Clue's loyal henchman. I wonder, is he just maybe a backup file of Tron? You know, maybe a corrupted file that Clue, you know, pulled up? I mean, could it be? Could it? It's, who knows? It's going to be so interesting to find out. Rinzler is going to be one of the big reasons I want to go see this movie. But looking at the packaging, basically the packaging is just like a miniaturized version of the Deluxe figures. I mean, it uses the same pictures, has the same logo, looks pretty much the exact same way. Just, of course, on the back it's a little bit different. Here, of course, the lineup of all the figures. We did Sam Flynn. We're going to take a look at Rinzler. There's the Black Guard, Clue. But for the 3 1/4 inch line, there were 2 other figures, Kevin Flynn and Clue's Sentry. So they're going to be kind of cool to take a look at because they did not get Deluxe versions. Yes, there are vehicles, and the core figures work with vehicles, but it's not really part of this lineup, so I don't think I'll do a review. I might. If I find them at a good deal after the movie comes out, I might. But really, chances are we're just going to take a look at the 6 figures here. Here, we've got, of course, figure lights up and fully articulated. Contains 1 Rinzler. Yep. 1 base. Yep. 2 identity discs. Yep, looks like 2 to me. 1 battle baton. And then 1 user guide. There we go. Now, of course, it also comes with 2 batons that are not listed here. So, as far as I'm concerned, that makes sense. They're pretty forgettable. But that's just a quick look at the packaging. We'll take a moment. We'll pop Rinzler out of the pack and have some fun. Be right back. All right, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. Definitely appreciate it. Before we get into Rinzler here, I just wanted to take a moment and point out that along with the regular rubber band that Mattel fans are probably very familiar with, the Spin Master Tron Legacy figures also come with what seems to be kind of a plastic latchy thingy. Basically, it has kind of the diamond-shaped or the teardrop-shaped tip on it, kind of head on it, and it slips in so, and then closes up. And voila, you've got the little loop that's holding your figure in place. So between the twist ties and the rubber bands, Spin Master decided to give us yet another facet or fastener for our figures in pack. Thanks, guys. Okay, on to Rinzler. Nice figure, really good figure. Just like with the Deluxe figure, definitely a step up from Sam. One of the cool things about him is, of course, his head, his ball-jointed head, actually has a little bit more range of movement. Not dramatic, but noticeable. Full twist. Even a bit of a side-to-side thing going. So, right now, the big thing that I'm kind of checking with these are the heads. Because it has a full ball-jointed head. No reason why, they couldn't take full advantage of it. That's kind of important to me. His sculpting, Again, doesn't quite have the level of detail the deluxe figures do. Like, you can't really see anything that denotes kind of the under bodysuit. And the panels, though nice, they're not quite as distinctive as they are on the deluxe figures. But it's a smaller figure. You don't really demand as much from it. One thing that I do find a little disappointing is, just like on Sam, being that it's a smaller scale, the paint applications are a little more sloppy. When you look at the back here, it doesn't go outside the lines, but it still looks very heavy. Same thing here with the lights on the corners here. They're not outside the line. They just look like they've been very heavily applied. He does have kind of a little smudge here on his shoulder. And on his elbows, you would almost think that's a streak of paint or a drop. But in fact, it is on both sides. So it's just kind of sloppy. And, if you're a perfectionist, you may stand there with 2 or 3 Rinzlers trying to decide which one is the best. For me, I just kind of accept that this is just a smaller figure and, one of the first shots Spin Master really has taken at it. So, I'm trying to forgive. His other articulation, of course, the arms come up and out, twist at the elbow, twist here at the bicep. There's a hinge at the elbow, along with a twist at the forearm, twist at the wrist. No articulation in the torso at all, mainly because of his gimmick, of course. But, I'm starting to appreciate, particularly with the smaller figures especially, how not having a twist, even at the waist, you really start to miss that articulation. It's something where, kind of spoiled by it, I guess. The legs do come out. Well, first off, there's a twist. But they come out again, back down. Actually go back and forth pretty nicely, too. So lots of range in the top of the leg, which the deluxe figures didn't have. Twist here at the knee, bend the knee, twist at the ankle, hinge at the ankle. And I also like how the sculpting on the leg, goes all the way down to the foot itself. That's actually pretty cool. Nothing on the bottom of the foot, of course. But definitely high points for the figure itself. Just a little more care in the paint, really would have made it good. His accessories, very disappointing. They decided to give him his battle baton, which I have to think are like a set of nunchucks, but they're not, molded in a way that I feel 100% comfortable. Yeah, I don't really feel a whole lot real comfortable with bending these around. On top of the fact that these don't actually, well, I'll get to it in a minute, but his katana would have been a much better accessory, I think. I think that rather than doing the battle baton, I would have rather had his nunchucks, or his katana versus the nunchucks. His regular batons, which they neglected to mention on the packaging, these are actually kind of interesting, only insofar as that when you look at them, you can see that there's kind of a notch in the sculpting here. Well, if you remember from the deluxe figure, there are these pegs that are on his thighs. And you can see they have little notches on them so that the battle batons have to actually go on a specific way. Each one goes on a specific leg. And I actually think that's kind of funny. Apparently Spin Master thought it was important enough to say that a specific baton had to be put on a specific leg, when in fact there's really no difference in the batons. I think that's kind of interesting. His 2 identity discs, or his Cheerios, kind of the exact same sculpting. Let's see here, just different paint jobs. Where is it? As a matter of fact, it doesn't look like the paint runs all the way through the lines on both. Guess that's about it right there. And as every other reviewer has already pointed out, on the back, it looks like he may already have a disc on his back, because I mean it has the same kind of pattern on it. But when you try to put it on there, you get the tease that in fact it fits over it, but it doesn't hold on at all. It'll just slip right off. So, more likely than not, you'll have Rinzler holding his two discs. And so because he's got his batons on his legs, he's going to hold his identity discs. Having the battle batons with no place to put them seems kind of, yeah, sure, okay. More stuff to fill my box of accessories. He does come with a base, like with Sam. As a matter of fact, the exact same style base, just a different color. And I like the bases. They're not all that. They're actually a very kind of thin plastic, but they do have some dazzle to them. They got some spark to them. I like them. Speaking of which, when you do press his chest, there is the light up feature. Give you a little close-up view of it. Focus. There we go. There you go. The familiar Tron T. So I don't know, guys. Is Rinzler Tron? Is he a recreation of Tron? Who is this guy? What do you think? Leave me some comments. Tell me. But for now, this has been a look at the 3 1/4 inch Tron Legacy figures by Spin Master. I certainly hope you enjoyed watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, join the revolution. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.